Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Happening now! Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has announced that Season 7, coming next summer, is officially gonna be the last one. And of course, we're gonna get more to talk about. Before we get to this special edition of MegaMr46 Radio Geek News, Comic-Con edition. First off, we got the news regarding to Marvel, however, that Taika Waititi. I'm still struggling on the name though. Forgive me for my mispronunciation. Who will be directing the Akira live-action film, has announced he will be planning to direct Thor 4, which follows everyone's favorite Asgardian, of course, of the nearly failed, turd successful Thor films, which second one are directed by the director of Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, and possibly A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Well, I don't know, I'm gonna check that, but he was also in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Although Korg, however, had directed the third one, and he was also in the film, and made it more humorous, and that went over critical receptions. That went over critics, finally. After all these years, they have, of course, found a way to, of course, just go with it. But what does that mean for Akira? I do not know. What's that going to mean for Akira? But we are, of course. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry to be interrupted, but I have breaking news right now. Breaking news! Because they have already announced that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be renewed for Season 7. That's the upside of it. But brace yourself for the downside of it. The reason I call this downside is because I got this from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Twitter. Hold on, there's a lot of retweets. Wow. And that came at around, which will come at 3:30 p.m. And I will break it down on, of course, on my other show. We're not doing the news, Marvel Tuesday. But although, and I did get this from Marvel Entertainment's Twitter, stating that next summer's Season 7 will be the last for Marvel's #Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Thanks to our fans for allowing us to be the longest running Marvel TV series to date. Well, Agent Carter was, and you guys already knew that Agent Carter was canceled after 2 seasons. And Inhumans, after 8 episodes, has been canceled. And I called that. Frickin' Maximus, that's what I would always say on Marvel Tuesday. But right now, I am focusing on being in the Anchorman form. So yeah, the panel will start at 3:30 Pacific time, which is 5:30 in the Central time. And that's your breaking news for Comic-Con. Yep, we are, of course, going to be talking about what I see in the trailers. But there is one thing I never done before till now, was mentioning non-geek movies in the Comic-Con trailers. But first, before I get to those, let's get to anime. The one I just saw was, of course, My Hero Academia, with Season 4. Part of Funimation now, but yet they've already confirmed that Season 4, don't know if that's going to be the last, but I know Attack on Titan Season 4 will be the last, however. But we are going to, that's all I will be talking about, but I will talk about that on Anna Monday. But of course, there's movies I would like to talk about. First one I just saw was It Chapter 2. The horror duology. I seen it and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that movie. And it did a great job scaring us. With Maggie Pennywise, really scary. While the miniseries made Tim Curry's Pennywise just to be plain funny. You know? Waha! 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 But that's what I would always say. However, we see the Loser Club as adults. With, of course, the X-Men universe's James McAvoy plays Bill, who already lost his younger brother. Georgie. And then we see Bill Hader, who voiced BB-8 in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and soon going to be voicing BB-8 one more time on Rise of Skywalker as Richie. But there are the rest that we all know. Of course, you know. Well, we already know that the 3 I saw on the fan made trailer was correct. 3 of the actors are in there. Jessica Chastain as Beverly, but I think they didn't get James McAvoy and Bill Hader's characters right. But they did get the casting right, with James McAvoy playing Bill, and Richie, played by Bill Hader. But now, we're also getting the guy from the Old Spice commercial as a loser also. How could he go from a hunt to a loser? But the next one, of course, I will be talking about that soon. I'll be talking about the rest soon in my non-geek review on Spreaker. Breaking news! I saw the trailer for, of course, Silent Bob. It's Silent Bob Reboot. Well, it's a focus on Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith as the duo for the trailer. And yes, this is a red band, so be warned that this is not for children. You gotta be 18 and older to watch this. Or 17 and older to watch this. And, all that jazz. But we see Chris Hemsworth in this movie. Yes, we already saw the Kevin Smith regulars of the Kevin Smith works. Justin Long from Tusk. Jason Lee from Dogma, Clerk and Clerks 2, and Mallrats. And yes, I know some of you know him as Syndrome from Disney Pixar's The Incredibles. And everyone, including my brother, knows him as Earl Hickey from My Name is Earl. And we see Craig Robinson from The Office. And we see Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck, who were in Dogma, making cameo. But we also see Jason Biggs, who was the former Leonardo before Seth Green took over the role for the remainder of the show, for the remainder of the series, replacing and like I say, just like, of course, I understand you guys are having frustrations with Kevin Smith being a shill and all, but like I say, I'm just doing this in my news anchor persona. But although I did enjoy the trailer, and there were some references and a connection to the actors who were in previous Kevin Smith works. And my favorite with being Clerks, too. And Jay and Silent Bob are my favorite duo since Laurel and Hardy. Oh no, wait, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. And Tim and Eric. Alright guys, that's going to do about it for this coverage on MegaMr46. Have a wonderful and happy Comic-Con. And I will be back for the second day.